1.
Yay! Oh my God!
Happy New Year! Welcome to Enjoy English. I am your host, Shane.
大家好，我是 Bernice.
So we're looking at an article called A Taste of New Year's Eve Customs Worldwide.
好
We don't mean a taste of my kosher.
好可怕。
I didn't even kiss you. Whatever. And the subtitle is Let's Ring in the New Year with a Variety of Traditions. So when we say ring in the new year, it's a special saying. The say to ring in means to kind of bring it, to kind of celebrate it. You really only ring in the new year. I don't think you ring in anything else. So it's very special for New Year. We'll say ring in the new year. And it has a variety of traditions. Traditions are just things that people do through their customs that they will do on a regular basis, maybe yearly or monthly. You could even have traditions that you do every single day. So traditions are usually part of your culture, usually part of your upbringing, stuff like that.
没错，所以我们今天的文化之窗讲的呢，就是我们要尝一尝呢，在这个跨年的时候，我们知道 New Year's Eve 就是过年的新年的前一天的一个 customs 这样的一种习俗。这个习俗呢是全球都有的，而且呢，我们是刚才老师讲这个 ring in， 其实就是有一种庆祝啊，一种迎接这个某一个时刻的这个到来，所以我们用来迎接我们的新年。用什么来迎接呢 ？With a variety of traditions, with all kinds of traditions， 就是有各式各样的这些传统，所以我们就用这些传统来迎接我们的新年吧。
All right, let's go into the article.
好的。
A taste of New Year's Eve customs worldwide. New Year's Eve is a time for celebration. People around the world reflect on the past year and look forward to the one ahead. Traditions play an important role in marking the occasion, and one of the most interesting customs comes from Spain. At the stroke of midnight on New Year's Eve, Spanish people eat grapes to bring good luck. They eat one grape for each of the 12 bell chimes and try to finish all 12 before the chimes end. Each grape represents one of the 12 months of the year. As they eat the grapes, many people think about areas of their lives in which they hope to enjoy better luck, such as finances, work, or relationships. This custom is believed to have started in the late 1800s or early 1900s. Today, it is so widespread that many Spanish supermarkets sell grapes that are specially prepared for the tradition. Some are even sold in cans, peeled, seedless, and ready to eat with ease. Recently, the tradition has also become popular on social media. Influencers have added their own twist by eating the grapes under a table in the hope that this will help them find love.
So do you usually celebrate New Year's Eve?
Of course, we have to. Yeah.
Do you go out of your house? Do you go to watch fireworks?
Sometimes I watch fireworks. Sometimes I invite my friends come to my house.
Really?
And we have big dinner together.
A big dinner?
Yeah.
Well, so you really do ring in the new year with some special traditions. Not me. I just sit on my couch and
so boring.
Watch regular television. Maybe I'll look on my balcony, watch a few fireworks, and then I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm too old. I'm too old to celebrate.
He is too old.
I used to go to Taipei 101 and stuff. That's when I was younger. I can't handle those crowds, all those people. and I don't want to invite people to my house. Then I have to clean up their mess. Who wants to do that?
You can ask them to clean up the mess.
Oh, that's kind of rude. Come to my house.
Teamwork, that's called teamwork.
Oh, go team.
Okay.
Okay. All right, let's look at the reading. New Year's Eve is a time for celebration, right? It's a celebration.
Celebrate.
It's time to celebrate. Even if you're like me and you're just sitting on your couch, you can still celebrate a little bit. I always celebrate with my wife. You know, I'll give her a New Year's kiss. And we will be very happy to come into the new year healthier, wealthier, wiser. Yes.
OK， 好，所以这个也是另外这个 Shane 老师他自己度过的这样的一个这个 New Year， 就是一个很安静的时刻，跟他的太太两个人这样子。好，所以呢，我们就知道了这个跨年夜呢，绝对是大家一个 a time， 这个 time 就是 a moment 这样的一个时刻，然后大家要来庆祝一下。OK。
People around the world reflect on the past year and look forward to the one ahead. If you reflect on something, it means you look back on it. So you look back on the past year and you look forward to the one ahead.
没错，所以本来嘛，为什么大家喜欢新年这个节日？好，大家为什么会在这个节日特别的 wild 的、特别的疯狂狂野呢？就是因为全球的人呢，第一件事我们要先回顾，刚刚老师讲 look back。你去回顾一下，也就有点类似你去反思一下啊，我之前呢前一年啊，我做了些什么坏事、好事啊，都是稍微的这个做一下这个回顾。然后第二件事，你就要往前看嘛，因为我们的时间是往前走，是不会回到过去的，对不对？所以我们要去好好的这个展望新的一年。
Right. Okay. Traditions play an important role in marking the occasion, and one of the most interesting customs comes from Spain.
哦，西班牙。
Yes. I lived there for a short while.
Oh, okay.
But I was not there during New Year's. So this is going to be new for me. I don't know what this tradition is. We're going to have to find out.
Yeah, 对，所以轩老师也在那边待过一阵子，只是他说他没有就是在过年的时候、新年的时候待过那边。
Yeah, I got there in February and I left in December.
Okay.
So it plays an important role in marking the occasion. Something plays an important role. It means that it's very important for that thing, right? So traditions are very important for celebrating the new year, right?
OK， 好，所以这个句子就讲呢，传统这件事情呢，也确实呢扮演了相当重要的角色。在什么东西扮演重要的角色呢？后面一个片语叫做 mark the occasion。当我们讲到 mark the occasion， 其实就是在庆祝、在纪念，对的意思，就是一样的意思。所以意思就是说呢，当我们在纪念像这样子的一个新年、跨年这样的一个时刻里面呢，其实传统扮演着相当重要的角色，而且呢，其中呢，在这些习俗也好啦，里面最有趣的一个习俗呢，其实来自就是西班牙。
Okay, well, let's find out. Let's take a break and find out all about the Spanish way of ringing in the new year.
All right.
Okay, so now let's take a look at the special way that Spaniards like to bring in or ring in or mark this occasion of the new year. Okay, at the stroke of midnight on New Year's Eve, Spanish people eat grapes to bring good luck. Wow, okay. So we say at the stroke of midnight. A stroke is like a movement of some mechanical thing. So in this case, we're talking about a clock. So the clock is moving. We could call that a stroke. And it's when it hits exactly 12 o'clock, and then boom, and everyone's counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stroke of midnight, right at exactly midnight.
没错。
So what they do, they eat grapes for good luck.
好，所以这边就讲啦，西班牙人他们是怎么庆祝这个跨年夜呢？刚刚老师讲得很清楚了，这个 stroke 就是指刚刚好 准点到达那个的意思。所以 at the stroke of 就是正当啊，正当 midnight 的时候，也就是刚好跨年那个5、4、3、2、1的那个时候，那个时候刚好呢钟声敲响的时候呢，这时候西班牙人他们要怎么样来为自己带来好运呢？吃葡萄。
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay, so what do? They eat one grape for each of the 12 bell chimes and try to finish all 12 before the chimes end. So a chime is kind of like a sound that is made maybe like from a bell or something like that, but it's usually people just counting down, right? 10, 9, 8.
Grape.
All those grape. 8, grape. 7, grape. 6, grape.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of grapes. So they try to finish all 12 before the chime ends.
所以呢，这些西班牙人呢就开始吃一颗葡萄，但他每吃一颗呢，就是当这个钟声，我们知道这个 chime 就刚刚老讲这个噔噔噔这样的一个钟声，这12个钟声啊，每敲一次噔一颗葡萄，噔2颗葡萄，然后呢，你就要 before the chimes end， 在这12个钟声敲完以前，你要把12颗葡萄吃下去，
这么可能？
还不能把皮吐出来，来不及了，因为来不及吐皮了，就要吞下去，吞。
我这不太可能。
好 ，OK。
You think you could do it?
I don't think so.
I don't think
I can
could do it.
try.
Because
it's for celebration. Come on.
I mean, you would just end up with a bunch of grapes in your mouth.
你可以把12个塞进去。
Yeah, there's no way you could chew them and swallow them
Yeah, right.
in 10 seconds. Well, actually 12 seconds
Okay,
because
yeah, 12
it's
seconds.
12 bells
Yeah.
before before it ends. Okay. All right, continuing.
All right.
Each grape represents one of the 12 months of the year.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Okay.
12.
So maybe there really is a bell that chimes in Spain, and it's really representing each month of the year.
所以 January, February, March, May, OK, April, May, OK， 好，所以每一颗葡萄为什么是12颗呢？
That's
就是因为这12颗代表着这一年里面的12个月。
Yes. Okay. As they eat the grapes, many people think about areas of their lives in which they hope to enjoy better luck, such as finances, work, or, of course, relationships. Right? So people are always worried about their money, they're worried about their job, they're worried about their love lives. And they're going to basically, just think about these areas. They're going to reflect on them. Yes.
OK， 所以这个最后一个句子也是蛮好玩的，就是你又要吃葡萄，你还要脑袋里面还要想，我有什么问题？我去年发生什么事情
That's a very busy 12 seconds.
Yes， 非常非常的忙。
好忙哦
所以呢，这个 as 就是当这些人呢，就是在吃这个葡萄的时候呢，很多人就开始去想什么东西呢？想他这一个生活里面的某一些区块、某一些方面。这些方面呢 ，in which 就是 in these areas， 在这些区块里面呢，他们主要是希望说我可以好好的这个 enjoy better luck， 我可以有很好的这样的一个好运啦，获得好运啦。比如说我是不是可以在 finance 在财务上面有好运，还是我的工作呢，还是我的人际关系呢？这些赶快获得好运。所以你要一边吃一边想，我要 good luck，good luck，good luck， 好，这些都要想到，所以确实挺忙的。
Okay, let's take a short break and we'll be right back.
All right.
Well, this is definitely a very interesting custom, eating 12 grapes and to represent each month of the year.
Yeah.
And you got to shove them all in your mouth and try to chew them and swallow them in 12 seconds. I think it's I would say it's close to impossible. Maybe somebody can do it.
All right.
But it will definitely be fun.
Yeah.
It's a very fun tradition. So where did this custom come from? Let's find out. This custom is believed to have started in the late 1800s or early 1900s. Okay, so the late 1800s or the early 1900s. This is when it started.
对，所以他第一句就先讲了这样子的一种习俗呢 ，is believed to， 就是被人家这么样的相信啦，也就是据说啦，或据人家相信。后面加上 have 加上 pp 呢，是通常是表示一个过去的事实，或者是过去已经发生的一个事情。所以呢，这个习俗呢，据说呢，据人家相信呢，它其实很早就开始了。它开始的时间呢是在19世纪末，还有呢20世纪初。
Yeah. So in English also, you could say the late 19th century or early 20th century. That's another way that you could say it. So you need to be careful about that. When you see 19th century, we're talking about the 1800s. When you see the 20th century, we're talking about the 1900s. So it can be a little bit confusing, so pay attention to that. Okay, continuing. Today, it is so widespread that many Spanish supermarkets sell grapes that are specially prepared for the tradition. Oh, so they have them ready to go. Ready to go, ready to prepare a 12-pack of grapes. I wonder how they prepare them. Maybe put some oil on them so you don't have to chew them.
Okay.
You can just suck them down.
Yeah, that's okay, that's true.
Don't. Oops, I hit the microphone. Sorry, I hit the microphone. Okay. So they just down their throats, I guess, yeah. Okay.
对，所以老师意思说，这些葡萄上面可能涂了一些油吧，比较让你可以好吞咽下去了，不然你刚好 choke 怎么办呢
？I don't know,
对
maybe.
所以呢，如今呢，这样子的一个习俗呢，已经非常的 widespread， 就是到处都有啦，就是很普及的。好，所以呢，现在很多的这个西班牙他们的这些超市里面呢，也开始卖这些葡萄，而且这些葡萄呢，就是特别的把它准备好了，就12颗放成一篮，有没有？所以 are specially prepared for， 特别就是为了什么东西去准备好了，就是为了这样的一个传统，所以它可能12个就帮你数好了，然后可能也帮你洗干净了，然后可能不知道涂了一些什么在上面或什么东西。Anyway， 反正就是这12颗，你就是那12个钟声，噔噔噔，你就开始吞这样子。Okay.
Yeah, actually, now we'll find out what they do to prepare these grapes for the tradition. Some are even sold in cans. Okay, they could be peeled, they could be seedless, and ready to eat with ease. So we don't have to worry about spitting out. I never spit out. Do you spit out the grape peel?
Only if I feel uncomfortable.
I always eat it. Always. Always eat it. And seedless is nice. I don't really like spitting out seeds everywhere. That's kind of a pain in the neck to spit out seeds.
So you don't like watermelon?
I like seedless watermelon.
Okay.
They have seedless watermelon. They have seedless grapes.
All right.
Yeah, so this makes it so you can do it with ease. If something's peeled, it means that they take the pea,
white pea.
What's that called?
Yeah,
the
pea,
skin.
White pea. Yeah, the skin. Yeah, the skin.
The skin of the grape and peel it off just means to take it off, to peel it off. And they're ready to eat with ease. This means easily, without any difficulty, very smoothly.
对，所以像刚才炫老师就讲，他就吃无籽西瓜，还有无籽葡萄这些的，对，他不喜欢把那个籽吐出来，对，里面东西。对，好，所以他就讲了这些葡萄怎么样来准备，为了这样的一个传统，然后他就说，他们可以把它放在这个 cans 里面用罐头，因为罐头你比较好携带着嘛，对不对？你拿着那个罐头，然后就站在那个钟声下面，噔，你就开始吃一颗嘛。你如果带着一整袋的葡萄，就比较不太好那个准备嘛，对不对 ？Peel 的就是帮你去皮了哦，然后里面的籽也帮你拿掉了哟，然后这时候呢，你就 ready to eat。你就可以直接吃了嘛，而且是 with ease， 就刚刚老师讲，你很容易、很轻而易举的就可以把它吃下去。
Okay, so maybe in this case, if they're skinless, they're skinless and they're seedless, and they're in a package, I can kind of imagine you. And maybe you can eat 12 in 12 seconds.
Yeah, that's true. 对，你就不用一颗一颗拿，就直接一口气把它。
I'm going to TikTok to watch people attempt this
他要去看 TikTok 有没有人这样子吃。
It's definitely going to be on there. I'm definitely going to be doing
Okay.
that. Okay. Recently, the tradition has also become popular on social media.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
See, there you go. So it's become popular on social media, and social media just being anything like it could be Instagram, Facebook, if you still use that, YouTube, TikTok, any of these social media platforms, it's become quite popular to see and hear about people doing this.
没错啦，所以就像刚才炫老师讲的，在最近呢，这样的一个传统也已经呢变得 popular 了，广为流行了。尤其是在这些社群媒体上，我们就去看一下别人怎么样可以在12秒之内，然后吃下这12颗葡萄。
Cool. So you can watch it on TikTok. So go for it.
Yeah.
All right. Influencers have added their own twist by eating the grapes under a table in the hope that this will help them find love.
My love is under the table.
Why under a table? Why would
don't
you
know.
eat under a table? Why
Okay.
would that represent love
Okay.
eating under a table? But you know, influencers, they can do whatever they want and people will do it because they influence people, right? So
Yeah.
I bet you on TikTok we could find that too. Yeah.
对，所以这些网红啦 ，influencers 就是这些网红们，因为他们有影响力。刚刚老师讲 influence，他们可以影响别人，所以他们也加入了自己的一些 twist。
Twist.
What
It's
is a
like-
twist?
A twist is just to make something different a little bit. Just like when you go like this, you can add, you're changing it a little bit. Like if you have a dial, you twist it and things change. So it's kind of a movement. So things that will shift or change a little bit.
没错，所以这边就叫做这个 twist。twist 就是说呢，你在一个情况或计划里面啊，你去做一些小小的转变，然后看看有什么样出乎意料的一个东西出来。所以他加入了自己的一些变化。这个变化呢，我们刚刚都觉得很奇怪。by 就是借由什么方式，就是一样还是吃葡萄，可是这一次呢，你要躲在桌子底下去吃啊，就你在桌子底下吃了你的葡萄。那为什么要在桌底下呢 ？And the hope that 就是 hoping 希望怎么样的 this 就是指在桌子下面吃葡萄这件事，可以帮助他们找到你的真爱。所以你的真爱永远是 hiding under the table。
It's hiding under the table. Well, hey, there's my wife. Hey, honey. Why are you under the table? Okay. All right. Well, that's all the time we have for today, but be sure to join us in day 2 because we're going to continue talking about some different traditions for celebrating New Year's.
Yep.
In different countries and different places. All right. So be sure to join us.
OK，拜。
Bye.